Everyone loves to get wet. Isn't that right, ladies? That's why I decided to go to America's largest indoor water park, Kalahari Resorts. They got water slides, a wave pool, jail teens, everything you could possibly want for the low price of your physical well-being. You see, water parks are like Diddy's house. They're wet, rough, and don't ask for permission. I think I got hurt on almost every slide. First slide I like to call Lazy Doggy, where you ride down face first on your elbows, which sounds like a terrible idea, and it is! Anytime someone says, just get in your elbows, you should start asking questions. Worst part was you can't wear goggles. So all you're doing is taking money shots to the face. And at the end of the ride, they added a little hill. That way you gain a little bit of air before landing back down on your elbows. I remember just standing up afterwards like, why did I pay for this? Second slide I like to call It's a Trap, where a trap door opens up, dropping you into it. Which, to be fair, would have been great if they allowed you to wear fucking goggles. Hard to have fun when you take a fire hose to the face. Feel like if you went skydiving and someone's just repeatedly slapping you. Like, this is kind of ruining the experience. Third slide I like to call the pooper, because it starts off like a regular slide that connects to a giant toilet bowl that flushes you into a pool. Now, this can be a great slide, depending on how you fall. Feet first and you're fine. Head first and oh fuck, my spine! That's right, my third time playing goldfish, I went head first, causing my spine to bend backwards as I belly flopped into the pool. To make it worse, once I surfaced, I'm just getting pelted in the head by a waterfall. Now I'm crazy disoriented, in a great deal of pain, playing Marco Polo with a preteen lifeguard. Help me, child! Fourth slide I like to call daddy issues, because at first she seems like a fun ride, but slowly ruins your life. Every time I hopped on that, she'd claw at my back. But like a horned up teen, I just kept getting back on, saying, this time will be different. Fifth slide I like to call Surprise Trans, where everything's going great until they get rock hard. You see, this slide leads to a 7-foot pool where you gotta swim your way to the exit. No big deal, right? Wrong. Because the pool goes from 7 to 4 feet with no warning. It's not a progressive gradient either, just a surprise concrete stair. Like, damn, I didn't realize you had an Adam's apple. Sixth slide I like to call the tease. It's right next to Surprise Trans, which makes you think you're gonna land in a 7-foot pool. Nope, that hits 3 feet max. So after landing, I go to stand up and slam my shin against the ground. I'm like, mother of tits! That's why I decided to take a break and go to the wave pool. Now, when I say wave pool, what do you think of? Is it waves? Not this one. Ripples, sure, but waves? No. It felt more like being in a bathtub with your autistic cousin, only with less piss. They should have called it the Kai Cenat, because it was a little bitch. Like, get it together and start drowning some toddlers. Part of the excitement is trying to save small children. Billy, grab on! Billy! Then I went to the floating basketball hoops, which had a huge sign that said no dunking, which was just ridiculous. First off, everyone there was white, so I don't think it'd be a problem. Plus, we're in a pool. I mean, talk about black people kryptonite. Anyway, I'm playing for a bit until a child starts splashing me. I politely asked him to stop, but like your FAP sessions, he kept going. So I did the only logical thing and spiked a ball in his face. He starts crying and I start laughing, saying, what did you learn? Unfortunately, he didn't stop crying, and the preteen lifeguard whistles for me to get out of the pool. As I'm exiting, I'm confronted by the kid's 15-year-old brother who starts threatening me, saying, yo, that's my brother you hit. And I'm like, maybe you should play better defense. Now, before I get butthurt comments of, how could you hit a child? The balls are made out of foam, okay? How much damage could I possibly have done? Besides, you should never f with someone bigger than you. If Rihanna learned that lesson, that kid can too. Anyway, I was getting tired of children, so I went to the adults only section called The Grotto. And ooh, this area was nice. It had mood lighting, a swim-up bar, and best of all, no children! Only problem was there was almost no one there. So I'm chit-chatting with the bartender for a bit until two fine honeys enter the pool. One had a cheetah print bikini on, and my Johnson's like, time to make this kitty purr. So I approached them, and it could not have gone worse. After introducing myself, the cheetah print girl says, so who did you come here with? No one? So you came to a water park alone? Well, I just moved here. So you don't have any friends? Well, I have some people I met. Really? Then where are they? Well, I felt a little presumptuous to invite them to a place where they gotta be half naked. Sounds like you don't have any friends. Well, just like you are making it easy. Who you calling a bitch, you loser? That's when I decided to be the bigger person and walk away. Right after splashing her. So now there's only about an hour left and both my body and ego are hurting. Normally I just leave, but I was determined to have a positive experience. That's when I see the Flow Rider or surfing simulator. Now I never skateboarded or surfed before, but thought, how hard could it be? Spoiler alert, pretty goddamn hard! Turns out the only thing f***ing me that day was my balance. Because as soon as I hopped on the board, I ate shit. Just went face first into the wave and slid my way to the top. Then took the walk of shame back down saying, okay, let's try this again. The kid running it says, why did you lean forward? I'm like, because I wanted to RKO myself. What do you think happened? This is my first time doing this. Cut me some slack. He says, here, just hold my hands and start bouncing on the board. I'll guide you in. So I start bouncing and slowly work my way into the wave. As soon as he lets go, my board starts to spin and I'm like, no. Then I fell backwards, slamming my head against the mat. Concussion has entered the chat. Yep, after all the scrapes and bruises, I ended my water park experience with a concussion. Ringing in my ears, bright lights, massive headache. I had it all. Almost like God was trying to shake some sense into me. You didn't learn your lessons on the slides? Here, maybe this will teach you. So anyone thinking about going to a water park, just don't. Because water parks are like road trips with your uncle. Sounds like a fun time until they start beating your meat. You know what you want to do. Oh, you want to push that subscribe button. Oh, push the button. Push the button.